And that's one way to get your Friday started. Glad you're up with us here on 13 Sunrise. And we know it's early on a Friday, but I feel like this counts as the weekend, I think.
It does. Well, for us, because we're already almost halfway there.
Halfway through the day. Well, I hope your Friday is off to a great start, guys. And, mild weather-wise, we've had a mild week, and hopefully things will continue for us today.
Yeah, I hope so. I did what you did last week, opened up the windows, kind of let everything air out. And it sounds like if I do it today, I better hold things down in the house.
Yeah, because they'll wind up in Hancock County if you don't. I mean, seriously, folks, we are going to have wind gusts from at sometimes 40 miles per hour this afternoon to maybe 55 miles per hour. That's just under a tropical storm force wind. And the wind advisory, the Weather Service has already expanded this, added to this 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. Really, there's not much wind at all out there right now. So if you're headed off to work or school, you're okay. It's not a big deal. I want to walk you through, though, what this day is going to feel like as far as the wind is concerned. So this is noon. This is 2 o'clock. And check this out. These are gusts of wind. 42 miles per hour here, 46 in Muncie, and 45 in Kokomo. Those of you that thought, hey, I could take down Christmas decorations today. Now, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. This is 5:30 tonight. Again, 37 to 38 mile per hour wind gusts. So you're talking about a pretty protracted length of time. This is midnight Lafayette with a 37 mile per hour wind. Protracted period of time when the winds could be quite strong. 33 out there right now. Muncie's at 35, Bloomington, Bedford at 34, and around the Midwest, everybody warming up, especially to the west, where St. Louis, Kansas City, and Des Moines already in the 40s, and we're going to tap into that with a really nice warm day today. You'll notice where the winds are gusting stronger. St. Louis, Milwaukee, over Lake Michigan, and again, that with a trough moving through here will bring those winds up. The sustained winds at 1 p.m., 26. That's sustained, not regular wind gusts. 64 for a high later today. We're going to break down the weather for all of our athletic events tonight and this weekend, including the Toby Mac concert tonight at Gamebridge. That's coming up in a few minutes. But Matt, we've been watching Hancock County for some time this morning.
Yes, and now that the interstate is reopened, we can now have a delay estimation. It is about an hour delay right now if you're going to go through this. If you want to avoid I-70 West, you're going to want to hop off at State Road 9. That's the Greenfield exit. You've got the colorful pillars there at Greenfield. You want to hop off that and then head south and go US 40. However, the interstate has reopened, but only one lane is open, and we keep gaining traffic coming into Indianapolis. It's busy on I-70 West coming towards Indy right now, so we're still seeing the backup kind of lengthen. But here's what the accident looks like. We've had a semi. I know it's dark. The semi truck itself off to the side. The trailer was completely blocking the interstate. They've been able to push the trailer off to the side just a little bit to at least allow one lane to remain open. It is real slow, though, I-70 West. This is a look at the actual exit right now. Traffic moving a little bit faster there, but you see the heavy brake lights, Julia, as they run into this big slowdown.
Thank you, Matt. This morning, we are getting a look at that edited body camera video from police showing the moments that led to an officer-involved shooting in Jasper County.
Yeah, this incident happened in January when the Jasper County Sheriff's Office says one of their deputies killed 42-year-old Matthew Huddle. Our Anna Chalker's been looking into this new video. And Anna, I know Huddle was only out of jail for a few days before this happened.
That's right. He was pardoned by President Donald Trump just days before for a misdemeanor related to the January 6th riot on Capitol Hill. And the sheriff's office says Huddle was then pulled over in January for speeding on State Road 14. In this new body cam video, the interaction started as a regular traffic stop, but the sheriff's office says when the deputy tried to arrest Huddle for being a habitual traffic violator, that's when things escalated. They say Huddle ran back to his van, grabbed a firearm while stating, quote, "I'm shooting myself," and then the deputy believed he posed a deadly threat.
Now, what I'm going to do, all right, is I'm going to put your information right here for a sec. I want you to turn around and put your hands on. Don't you do it, buddy. No.
After Huddle threatened to shoot himself, the sheriff's office says the deputy fired several shots. Huddle was then pronounced dead at the scene, and investigators found a loaded handgun and additional ammunition inside that vehicle. And when the state police presented this case to the Clinton County Prosecutor's Office for independent review, they did determine, ladies, that the deputy's actions were justified.
It's still so troubling.
Thank you, Anna.
Well, this morning, Metro Police are looking for clues after finding a man's body in an alley on the west side of Indianapolis. The discovery happened around west of 10th and Tibbs between the Hallville neighborhood and the town of Speedway. Our crew spotted the crime scene tapes still up long after police had left. Officers confirming trauma to the man's body and a possible gunshot wound. One neighbor told us she feels like her community is being forgotten. Police say they are committed to finding answers and hope someone saw something so they can solve the crime. If you do have any tips about this case, you're asked to call IMPD or Crime Stoppers.
This morning, a semi-driver is now charged after a crash that killed a 9-year-old boy in Indianapolis. Dushan Laron is facing several counts of reckless homicide and criminal recklessness. As court documents reveal, Laron was driving on 465 in July of last year in a construction zone on the south side. Prosecutors say that he didn't stop in time for a traffic backup that was up ahead. Investigators say that he hit multiple vehicles and ultimately jackknifed. 9-year-old Eamon Goodrich was a backseat passenger in one of those cars he hit. He died from his injuries, and several other people were hurt in that crash.
Well, this morning, a man guilty in the death of a state trooper will be in prison, we've learned, for more than a decade.
So the killing happened nearly 2 years ago. Master Trooper James Bailey came in to work on his day off after hearing about a lot of crashes on I-69 north of Fort Wayne. This was in March of 2023. Investigators say that Bailey was getting out stop sticks to try and slow a chase involving Terry Sands. That's when a Fort Wayne officer at the scene said that Sands intentionally crashed into the trooper.
Last month, Sands agreed to plead guilty to resisting law enforcement and aggravated battery. Yesterday, he walked into court and then out after learning his sentence, passing several state troopers who were lining both sides of the sidewalk.
Master Trooper Bailey will forever be a hero in our hearts, for his death, although tragic, saved the lives of innocent motorists stalled on the interstate during a storm. James will be missed, but will always be remembered.
So again, he was sentenced to more than 41 years. The DeKalb County prosecutor actually dropped the murder charge that he faced, as well as another aggravated battery charge as part of that deal.
Well, this morning, a man is beginning his 57 years in prison for a deadly shooting in Lawrence. A judge sentenced Derek Reeser for murder and robbery after a jury trial last November. The shooting happened in May of 23. Police say they found Bryce Brown inside his car with a gunshot wound. Investigators say Reeser planned to rob Brown. Reeser is the third person convicted as part of the investigation.
Well, it has been a challenging week for IU Indy's men's basketball team after their bus caught fire on the way to the game last weekend, with the team's jerseys, shoes, and equipment all on the bus as well. Now, while the equipment loss was definitely devastating, the team is grateful that no one was hurt. And last night, the Jags were back on the court, taking on Robert Morris University at home. And the community showed up in a big way to rally around them. The support came in many forms, from donated gear to packed stands filled with fans.
We're here to win basketball games, and there's more important things in life to basketball, and I think it showed people that this week.
Get a win last night. The team says after everything that they have been through, being surrounded by their fans was victory in itself.
Well, this morning, a one-of-a-kind partnership bringing diverse entertainment to Indiana.
Pacers Sports and Entertainment is teaming up with Kevin Hart's company, Heartbeat. And this company will work with the Pacers and Fever as culture curators to create unique events and promotions for fans.
So that includes experience like stand-up comedy events, halftime shows, and exclusive merchandise collaborations. It's all about growing entertainment options in Indy and beyond.
I think Indy's such an incredible event town. I think it's one of the best major event towns in the world. We've got a booming convention business where visitors are pouring in, and we also have a growing community. And we want to be able to add entertainment options that can connect with all fans regardless of their interests.
This partnership tips off this summer with a music and a comedy festival set for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Weekend. And if you're a fan of Mary J. Blige, listen to this. The Queen of Hip Hop Soul is coming to Indy, and tickets are on sale in just a few hours. You probably know that already if you're a big fan. It's called the For My Fans Tour, actually, and it'll stop by Gainbridge Fieldhouse on April 21st. The show takes place from Blige's beginnings to where she is today. So again, tickets go on sale this morning at 10. You can get those at Ticketmaster.com.
And happening today, another group of NFL hopefuls will take the field to test out at the combine, the scouting combine.
So yesterday's group included all the defensive linemen and the linebackers, and today we'll get to see the defensive backs and tight ends. Both positions the Colts front office are targeting this offseason. So the Colts hold the 14th pick this year and could have their top choice of prospects at either of those positions. Now remember, you and your family can attend this event. It is free starting at 1 p.m. Good morning, Chuck.
Hey, good morning, Jalea and Julia, and good morning, folks. Hang on to your hats later today. 13-mile-per-hour winds at 8 a.m., but the gust in excess of 40 miles per hour in some spots. 50-mile-per-hour plus winds later today. Your weekend forecast and a lot of change is coming up.
Also this morning, thousands of government workers are leaving their post after taking a buyout from the Trump administration. At 6:45, now more cuts could be on the way, and Congress faces a new deadline.
Plus, we're getting new details in the death of actor Gene Hackman and his wife. We'll get you caught up on these details at 6:15.